Welcome back. This is Michael McGuire with the California Elder Law Center. We're going to talk about some of the myths that may be standing in between you and getting access to some incredibly valuable long-term care benefits that are available to you and your family to help pay for care at home, in an assisted living, or perhaps in a nursing home if necessary. One of the things we're going to talk about right away, a big myth that is really a problem many times for families, is a sense of comfort and safety that they already have a living trust, a revocable trust, and as a result, that estate plan is going to be able to help them and protect them through this process. You know, when you're trying to access public benefits, you have to be very, very careful with regards to how you become eligible, and you have to be very careful with regards to your assets as far as how you become qualified. So here's a myth. I have a living trust. Well, let's take a look, if we will, here on the roadmap of care. Because your estate plan, the way it exists right now, is as terrific as it is, as wonderful an objective process as it was. You have to remember it was designed primarily to answer the question of what happens if I die. The question that the California Elder Law Center wants to help you answer is what happens if I live? Now, we know from experience the second question, what happens if I live, is far more expensive. The limitations of a typical estate plan would be the living trust that was set up to avoid probate. Nobody wants to pay the expense or the delay of a probate. That makes a lot of sense. It's something you're doing because you love your family and you want to protect them. Distribution is another big reason. I want to have a trust in order to make sure I have 3 children, 3 equal shares. That's reasonable. An estate tax, federal estate tax. Nobody wants to pay a tax they don't have to pay. And the living trust can go a long ways towards helping you avoid that situation. Those laws have changed very, very drastically in the last few years, and it looks like they're going to change again in the future. So that's basically what that living trust and that estate plan is going to do for you. What we need to do is find a way to get you through the maze of all these government programs, starting with Medicare, health insurance, and then moving down through the chain that takes care of a senior both at home or in assisted living or in a nursing home. That may require us to have documents that are a little bit different, that give us certain different kinds of powers that we normally would not have had in those original documents. To tell you the truth, 20 years from now, every set of documents is going to have these powers in them, but until they do, you probably want to sit down with an elder law attorney and make sure that those documents are going to work in that world. So the myth that I'm going to be protected by my living trust simply is not going to hold up when it comes to either Medi-Cal or the Veterans Administration and accessing public benefits. Now stay tuned. We have some other really important information we've got to share in the next segment. Thanks.